What's good, everybody? Time for a DL short. Listen, what's going on in Egypt? Correction. What's going on in Israel and what's going on in Gaza with the Palestinians and the Israelis? And now we have this story about Egypt. Did Egyptian intelligence warn the Israelis of this upcoming attack? Um, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think they might have. I think there might have. There's a good chance that this could be propaganda. This is just, this could be an opportunity for Egypt to kind of get ahead of stuff. Like they know Israel's looking for a reason to maybe, attack them. So they say, hey, let's get ahead of this thing. But I believe it's possible. There's a story here we're going to get into. This is the New York Post. This was yesterday, October 9th at 2:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Israel rejects Egypt intelligence officials' claim that nation ignored warnings of something big. And of course, if it is true that they ignore some warnings, they're gonna, Israel's gonna deny it. Israel's failure to anticipate the Hamas terror attack came despite warnings from Egypt that something big was about to happen, according to an intelligence officer from the go-between nation. We have warned them an explosion of the situation is coming and very soon, and it will be big, said the official from Egypt, which offers services as a a mediator between Israel and Hamas. But they underestimated such warnings, the Egyptian intelligence official told the Associated Press while speaking on condition of autonomy. The threat from Gaza was overlooked because Israeli officials were focused on the rising tide of violence on the West Bank, the Egyptian insider claimed. However, Israel sternly dismissed the anonymous official's claim as totally fake news. Um, I would deny it too. If I had information on my desk warning of an attack that occurred and we're probably up to thousands of casualties as a result of that event. Um, I also believe that there are people within Israelis intelligence apparatus that were probably screaming to anyone who would listen that, hey, something's coming, something's up. We need to do this. We need to do that. We need to be prepared. And the way I understand it, Israeli politics is about as messed up as American politics right now. And I'm talking about the politicians. So there's going to be more to this story for sure. The report to the effect that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu received a message in advance from Egypt is absolutely false. The Prime Minister's office tweeted, no message in advance has arrived from Egypt, and the Prime Minister has neither spoken nor met with the head of Egyptian intelligence since the formation of the government, neither directly nor indirectly. He's talking about because he just took office, like he just formed his government. Benjamin Netanyahu won an election, crazy election, but he got in. Either way, Israeli was caught flat-footed in the lead up to the assault by Hamas, whose terrorists broke through border barriers to launch a brazen attack that has so far deleted, it says 800 people and wounded over 2,000. Those numbers are obviously higher now. This was yesterday's story. The numbers are higher, with the numbers expected to climb, and they did climb. This is a major failure, said Yaakov Amidor, a former national security advisor to Netanyahu. This operation actually proved that the Israeli intelligence abilities in Gaza were no good. Obviously, he declined to offer an explanation for the failure, saying lessons must be learned when the military operation achieves its immediate goals. Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari, the IDF chief's military spokesman, acknowledged that the army owes the public an explanation, but said now is not the time. First we fight, then we investigate, he said. Yeah, that's how Israel gets down. Meanwhile, Army radio communicators, correction commentators on Sunday mentioned that the IDF Chief of Staff General Herzl Halevi has still not addressed the public directly about the crisis and left his spokesperson to field tough questions. You're going to get that. The people who run the desk are going to be mad at the officers, and no one's saying anything. Several family members of Israeli citizens who remain missing after being abducted also called the situation. Christian also called the station and complained that no one from the government has reached out to them yet. And that's to be expected. The government right now they're in go mode, and they're trying to get their soldiers ready. They had to call up their forces. They had to get sit rep, situation reports, and all that. All that makes sense to me. I'm not going to trip on that part. But yeah, once Israel does what Israel is going to do to Gaza, it's not going to take that long. Again, I think it's going to take them about a month to get in there and do what they need to do. It's going to take them weeks to get in there and do what they need to do, but it's going to be months before they relent to pressure from other governments to let help in and help, let medical supplies come in and food and clean water and all that kind of stuff. I think it's going to be a while before they do that. They are on a seek and destroy mission. They're going to seek out, they're going to hunt out and hunt down all the people who had anything to do with this, and they're going to eradicate them. And they're not going to do it the way America does. The rules of engagement are going to be simple. If you think of bad guys in the building, blow the building up. That's what I think they're going to be doing. This is going to be horrific for the civilians, for those Palestinians who are stuck in the middle. This is going to be horrific for them. And the Israeli soldier is going in there with the visions of the pictures that they've been shown. I'm pretty sure they've all been briefed and they've all been shown what happened to these innocent civilians, these Jews, these Israeli citizens who were hunted down and eradicated. And Israel is going to get some payback. It is what it is. It's wrong. War is an awful thing, but they're about to get busy right now. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Just a quick update. When I saw that, I missed that article yesterday. And, it may well be that the Egyptians did offer intel to the Israelis, and that information did not get to the people that needed to get to. It may turn out to be true that this information was sitting on someone's desk or sitting in someone's inbox on their computer as an email, and they just didn't read it. And it's absolutely true, in my opinion, that there were, old school security, spy guys that felt something was going wrong. Just like, yo, something is not right. We need to be prepared. We need to do this. And no one listened. That happens all the time. And when you add in the change in government, you add in what's going on politically in Israel, this is what happens. This is why America needs to be paid close attention to the way our politicians are behaving, the way they doing business, right? You need people who care about the country there in charge. And right now, we don't even have a Speaker of the House of Representatives, right? The Senate can't do anything. Congress is in suspended animation right now. What's the Supreme Court going to do? Nothing. The president is standing by, but what can he do? Barely anything, right? I mean, this is a problem. This is a problem. That's why American politics is not a game. You shouldn't be electing people who are actors or your favorite singer or your favorite football player or your favorite sitcom actor or whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is, right? It is what it is. And if you come from a reality show background, you most certainly shouldn't be taken seriously as president of the United States unless you have gone through the process, you know your stuff, and you have proven that you are able to lead effectively. That's my take on that. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Did Israel have the warning from Egypt that this attack was coming? We'll find out later. All right. That's all I got for now. Yeah, I'm going to talk to y'all later. I'm DL Saint. Peace.